your kind of company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, man commits infanticide and also kills his partner in alleged love triangle. We take you to Ladyville where the double homicide occurred. A cop attached to the Orange Walk police formation is arrested and charged for extortion. We have the full details of his case. And we travel to Indian Church where farmers receive a cold storage unit and to San Carlos where carrot producers no longer have to wash their produce manually. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Thursday, April 28, 2023.
Special guest in the audience tonight, legendary record executive, Mr. Clive Davis.
My voice is gone. What? You start the show tonight. No talking back. I'm your mother.
There's a boy I know. He's the one I dream of.
What's your name again?
Whitney Elizabeth Houston.
Wake up! It's on. It's on. Listen. Well, I know if he really loves me.
My dream, sing what I want to sing, be how I want to be.
I say a prayer with every heartbeat.
Reach as big an audience as I can.
Common criticism of you, your music isn't black enough.
Look, I don't know how to sing black and I don't know how to sing white either. I know how to sing.
I might have just heard the greatest voice of her generation.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's got to have a hook.
A hook?
Yeah.
I'll give it a hook.
And now, the hottest match of the evening. Get ready for action! Here they come. Amazing! They're unstoppable, unbeatable. They have him on the ropes. The heat rises to the top. 1, 2, and 3. They're on fire. Chiladas. Fire up the taste of Belize with the new Chiladas crunchy tortilla taco chips in its hot chili flavor. Fiery habanero brings the heat. They're on fire. Chiladas. From Snackers, done right, done here.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move.
That'll be $50. Thank you. Wait, hey, this 50 is a fake.
How do you know it's a fake?
What are you talking about, sir? How can I identify a genuine note from a fake note?
Well, a genuine 50 has a watermark with the Jaguar and the written words of the 50, also a thread.
Know your money and know a fake one when you see it. Do not rely on any one security feature. Look for the clarity and quality of printing. The printed lines and colors should be sharp and clear. Feel the quality of the paper and the raised print. Hold the note up to the light to see the windowed security thread. It should form one complete line when held up to the light. The watermark and denominational electrotype. The Jaguar is the watermark in the $100 and $50 notes. The Sleeping Giant is the watermark in the $20, $10, $5, and $2 notes. The see-through feature. The parts of the design printed on the back should fit exactly within the unprinted areas of the front to form the complete design. Check the $100 note for the toucan hologram with the periwinkle flower overprint. Tilt it to see the small images of the toucan and the numeral 100. Check the $50 note for the green foil angelfish. Check even closer. Use an ultraviolet light to see the fluorescent features. Use a magnifier to see the microlettering. Tiny letters that read Central Bank of Belize and the value of the note. Stop the circulation of counterfeit Belize currency notes. Pass all counterfeits to the police at once. It is a criminal offense to hold or use a counterfeit. Be safe. Be sure. Know your money.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. Another alleged rogue cop attached to the Orange Walk police formation has been arrested and charged by his peers, and this morning he was charged at the Orange Walk Magistrates Court. The corporal in question is Miguel Alpuche, and we'll tell you about his case tonight. While the incident dates back to May 28th of last year, it was in the month of early June of 2022 also that Officer Enrique Bacab mustered the guts to file a complaint against his supervisor, Officer Miguel Alpuche. According to the complaint, Bacab alleges that Alpuche was utilizing his name to blackmail a resident who lives in Santa Cruz Village, Orange Walk. This prompted inquiries into the allegation. The investigation led to Jair Tech, a police officer at the Orange Walk Police Formation who was on sick leave at the time of the investigation. In a written statement signed by Officer Tech, he confirmed that on May 28, 2022, a minor was involved in a road traffic accident. Tech alleges that his grandmother asked him to verify if a report was made about the incident that involved her underage granddaughter who was driving the motorcycle that apparently knocked down an individual. This led Officer Jair Tech to communicate via text and voice messages directly with Corporal Alpuche, who then asked for $200 for the charges to be dropped against the minor. Alpuche, according to the report, claimed the monies was being asked by Officer Enrique Bacab, the case officer. Maria Che, who is the grandmother of the minor, was able to gather $150 on May 31, 2022. The money was allegedly given to Tech to deliver to Alpuche on the same date. But things took a drastic turn when Officer Jair Tech somehow found out that the victim of the road traffic accident had been compensated. By whom? The report does not say. With that information on hand, Tech decided to hand over only $50 to Alpuche. Checks made by the IT unit on the cell phone belonging to Jair Tech confirmed that he gave back Maria Che her $150. Furthermore, Sims records affirmed that the accident had indeed occurred and that the investigator assigned to the case was Marcos Santos and not PC Bacabe. As the process would require, the case filed against Alpuche was handed over to the DPP's office, and on September 22, 2022, the recommendation was made for Corporal number 841 Miguel Alpuche be criminally charged. CTV3 News understands, however, that was not until yesterday that the hierarchy of the department gave the go-ahead for Alpuche to be arrested and charged. Today, Alpuche was escorted to the Orange Walk Magistrates Court where he was charged for extortion. He pleaded not guilty to the charge and bail was offered to him in the sum of $3,000 plus two sureties of $1,500 each. He is due back in court on August 17, 2022. This afternoon, there was a double murder reported in the village of Ladyville, Belize District. All indications are it has to do with a love triangle that witnessed a man committing fratricide and also taking the life of his partner after he found his brother and her together inside a home in Ladyville. Swift police response resulted in the apprehension of the alleged shooter. Information is still forthcoming, and Elmer Cornejo tells us what we know so far in the following report.
This is the scene in Ladyville earlier today after police responded to shots being fired at a house in the village. Reports emerging suggest that what ended as a love triangle now has two families entirely devastated after two of their loved ones were gunned down and killed instantly. CTV3 News has confirmed that the victims have been identified as 25-year-old George Rochester Encalada, brother of the gunman, and 50-year-old Desiree Gonzalez Roland, the partner of the alleged shooter. They were both shot to death after the suspect, 39-year-old Miguel Encalada, barged in early after midday inside a home and found them together.
Sometime after the information was received of the shooting incident at this address, where police made checks and discovered the lifeless body of two individuals inside the house. And as a result, the investigators were called in along with the scenes of crime to process the scene.
What have investigators been able to establish so far?
At this present moment, we know that we have the body of a male person, what appears to be head injuries, as well as that of the female. The investigation is somewhat pretty young at this moment. We have one person in custody who we intend to interview, as well as other relatives, to try to establish what actually transpired or if they could assist with the investigation.
Is that person cooperating so far? If the person is cooperating so far?
At this present moment, he is in custody, but we will go through the proper procedures to get an interview from him, since we have him as a possible suspect.
While villagers now fear for their safety, Chairman of Ladyville, Bernard Bennett, is asking for a thorough investigation as all those involved in the shocking double murder grew up together.
There are two persons who were really in their business, wanting to make life and making life. People always come to the establishment to have fun, and they seem jovial, so something like this happened, still at shop.
So the house has a restaurant and a barbershop?
Restaurant and barbershop, yes.
Inside?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have they been operating out of the house?
Basically, I think for a year and a half now.
And did all three of them live there,
Well, I knew about only Miss Liz and Mr. Miguel.
Okay, it's their home.
And how long has he had his barber shop here in Ladyville?
Miguel have been cutting here from he was, I think, about 15 to 16 years old. He had his first barber shop as his family residence on Pierce Road, Hecker Road. And then he came on Scissorsdale, and then he moved back to by Spanish Town. Then he moved his barber shop back out of this area. So he have been cutting here, I believe, probably some 20 years, I believe.
And do you know how long they've been together?
I'm not too sure, but based on seen them, I would say roughly about 3 to 4 years, I believe, maybe more.
But they knew each other prior to that?
Yes, like I said, the Encolada, Miss Desiree, Mr. Roland family, all of us grew up in this village, so all of us know each other very good from childhood growing up now. I've been laying a number of people to rest, so having this now, we're continuing having deaths in our community, so it's a very, very sad day again in our community for this little murder to take place. Well, Miss Desiree and Miguel, all of us grew up in Ladyville. All of us grew up going to primary school and then to high school, and so it's unbelievable.
What can you tell us about her?
She's a outgoing person, productive person. She all into business and try to prosper in life. And like I said, there are two persons who were really in their business, wanting to make life and making life. People always come to the establishment to have fun, and they seem jovial. So something like this happened, still at shop.
After the incident, the alleged shooter showed no remorse whatsoever and took a selfie with the body of his partner and that of his brother already covered in white sheets. The police department has no motive for the double murder at this time. Elmer Cornejo, CTV3 News.
8 carrot farmers in the community of San Carlos here in the Orange Walk district receive a brand new mechanical root washer procured under the Department of Cooperatives Rapid Response to COVID-19 and the 2020 Floods in Belize project, which sought to assist 11 cooperatives from across the country. The project was launched under the Cooperative Department with support from the Ministry of Agriculture and the non-governmental organization Belize Enterprise for Sustainable Technology BEST, with funding from the UNDP Jeff Small Grants Program. After several years of work, today the project finally came to fruition. Our news team traveled to San Carlos this morning to witness the momentous occasion.
Annually, close to 30 farmers who belong to the New River Farmers Cooperative in San Carlos here in the Orange Walk district produce over 300,000 pounds of carrots. Before today, these hundreds of pounds of produce would be washed manually using this machine, which was operated by the farmers themselves or by paid laborers. The procurement of this brand new, fully mechanical root vegetable washer will help farmers to save hundreds of dollars and more than half the time previously needed to clean and prepare their product for the local market.
En este momento estamos alegres porque es un día especial para nosotros porque este evento ha venido a hacernos más confortables porque este carrot washer es una máquina que nos va a venir a hacer una gran ayuda, mayormente en la inversión en lavar, porque antes lavábamos a mano, hoy lavamos mecánicamente, que eso es un carrot washer. Para la membresía de New River Farmers Cooperative, ese es excelente, buena idea y esto es para largo tiempo y lo vamos a aprovechar de lo mejor porque sabemos que se nos va a ayudar. Sí, este carrot washer, como dije al inicio, nos va a ayudar mucho porque el trabajo que hacíamos antes de consiguiéramos esta máquina era muy duro porque teníamos que andar entre el agua, entre el lodo, jalándolo con la mano, dándole varios movimientos y usamos mucha mano de obra para poderlo lavar, ¿no? Y siempre no se lavaba bien porque le quedaba partes con un poco de tierra, pero esa máquina ha venido a reducir y la calidad va a ser mejor porque va a tener menos sucio, menos tierra.
As technology continues to grow around the globe, longtime farmer and member of the New River Farmer Cooperative, Max Hernandez, says his group is grateful to also see this change within the agriculture sector.
Como cada vez el mundo se va globalizando, se va modernizando, la tecnología la tenemos aquí y eso sería una evidencia de que no habíamos tenido una máquina como esta en este tiempo, pero hoy lo estamos viendo y como decimos al inicio es un sueño que pensábamos, ahora es realidad y claro, pues tenemos que adaptarnos al cambio.
The new mechanical washer is 100% locally built through a partnership with Reimers Feed Mill and constructors from within Orange Walk South. The idea was to have the machine built to meet specific needs of local farmers.
And on one of my first visits to San Carlos, I observed the hand-powered carrot washer that they had here in the community. And at that time, in listening to the goals, the aims, the objectives of the cooperative members, they always wished and wanted for a mechanical crop washer. And so in 2020, when the project was conceived, we were happy to have seen that they made that request for what was to be their input or their benefit. Little did we know, though, the work that we were getting into in trying to procure a carrot washer. Those are items that are not the kind that you go and pick up off the shelf. We made some inquiries to try and procure it internationally, but the machines that were available on those markets were industrial strength and sized machines that carried industrial strength and sized prices. And we were working with a limited budget under the project. We started looking around locally, and in looking around and in trying to look at the various procurers and manufacturers of equipment here, we arrived at Reimer's Feed Mill. New River provided those specifications to the builders, and they in turn constructed, I believe, one machine, which we did an early test. It passed, but not satisfactorily so, and so we had to go back again. I think the builders went back to the drawing board, and I think the second test was way more successful. And so that brings us to where we are today, to hand over that particular item and that particular equipment. As the chairman mentioned in his opening remarks, it is something that they have always desired. And through this small project, we are happy to be able to deliver it to them.
Being able to accomplish even the smallest achievement, according to Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Hosemai, ensures that our country reaches its ultimate goal of food security.
Our carrot farmers have moved from producing potatoes from 3 months for the year now to 10 months for the year, right? But our people, our population also has to have quality carrots. And so the public is important to us, and therefore this carrot washer will help us improve the quality and standard of the carrots. And so it's very important. So as we're moving to expanding production, we're moving to now improving the quality, right? The standards, the different, what you call it, the grades of production. And so we're moving to that direction now. From no carrots to 2 months worth of carrots every year to now 10 months. It means that we have to spend less of our money abroad. We keep our money at home. No pressure on foreign exchange that we need to buy. And for every dollar that we export, we have $10 circulating in the economy. That is very important. So this carrot washer is a step, a small step, nevertheless a step in the right direction. And the longest journey begins with a single step.
As part of the donation, the cooperative today also signed an agreement with the Belize Enterprise for Sustainable Technology, BEST, to ensure continuity and success within the program.
There are 2 things that I would like to point out as a part of your responsibility in signing of this agreement. The first one is to provide savings of 10%. We encourage you to save at least 10% from the process, the profits that you have made, because soon you might need to repair or actually purchase another equipment. And I don't think UNDP will be providing the funds again. And the second thing that I want to remind you, which will be a part of the agreement that you will sign with us today, is to please provide us with progress reports. We need to know how the cooperative is progressing. We need to know what you're producing and the quantity that you're producing. I look forward to continuing seeing improved products from your hard work.
As part of today's event, representatives of UNDP also carried out a symbolic tree planting ceremony to mark the partnership between all entities and in commemoration of Earth Day celebrated on April 22nd. Reporting for CTV3 News, Norma Ruiz.
A search conducted on an empty lot in the Louisiana area of Orange Walk Town this morning at around 7:50 led cops to the discovery of a small white bottle containing 50 pieces of suspected crack cocaine, amounting to 5.6 grams. No one was in the area at the time of the search, and as a result, the suspected drug was sealed, labeled, and deposited as found property. Coming up next, the Maya organization from the north upset with international body paint artist Trina Mary. Stay tuned.
Come on!
When hungry or craving, when laughter or tears, enjoy the best snacking or flavors are here. Asadas, bocadas, chiladas, doradas, delicious for snacking, done right and done here.
Done right, done here.
Something's been bothering me a little. I have done all the things a wife is supposed to do. The house, the meals. Where is the payback? I'm very attracted to you.
Oh.
Would you be interested in having an affair? You two just looked at each other like you got a secret. I just don't want anybody to get hurt.
What's your dream wedding?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll go first. I would wear something really cute, you know? Just festive. But not like white or bridal, because you gotta keep them guessing.
You gotta keep them guessing.
And I would walk down the aisle to the song Gloria by Laura Branigan. And of course, in my childhood, I dreamed that I would fly her in to sing it. But now, I have you.
Oh, Joel, you can't touch Branigan.
You can touch Branigan.
No Barbara, no Judy, no Branigan.
Come on.
Gloria, Gloria,
Oh.
I think they've got your number. Gloria, I think they've got the alias. Gloria, that you've been living under, but you really don't remember. Was it something that they said? All the voices in your head calling Gloria. Shake 'em, Gloria, Gloria. I think I got your number, Gloria.
While the Ministry of Agriculture celebrated two major achievements within the agriculture sector today, we also asked Minister of Agriculture Jose Mai this morning for an update on the current challenges within the sugar industry, which continue to be marred by the standoff between the BSCFA and the BSI-ASR. While Minister Mai says negotiations are going well, the reason why they can't get to the Commission of Inquiry is because of the situation with fair trade, where premiums belonging to the membership of the BSCFA are being retained. A visit by fair trade consultant for Tate and Lyle Sugars, Julia Clark, to the BSCFA this week, according to Minister Mai, revealed a very troubling situation.
Tate and Lyle's Julia Clark had visited BSCFA to settle this fair trade problem. And I think the message to the cane farmers was that I have already bought and paid last year's fair trade sugar. I don't know if it was 40,000 tons or more, but you can't get your fair trade premiums. And for this year, I've already bought and paid for a portion of it, and whatever remaining we can discuss, but we cannot discuss what I've paid for. So in other words, what she's saying is that, okay, we took your sugar in as fair trade, and we've sold it, but you can't get the money. Now, that is a very, I believe, unfair situation for the farmer, if that is what it is. If that is what it is. Now, how do we get them to pay the fair trade? There is no legislation at that time that would force them at this time. But something has to be done. Why? Because as the Minister of Agriculture, we are the caretakers of the farmers. We need to safeguard the interests of the farmers, not only cane farmers, all farmers. And so if the organization did take our sugar, because when you deliver sugar cane to the mill, all the different associations deliver at the same time. So you cannot separate the sugar from BSCFA, separate the one from cross producers, and separate the one from Northern, and say, oh, you're one for BSCFA, I want to put this in this corner, and then I will only sell that as fair trade. It's not like that. You don't separate the grains and the granules. They all go bulked, right, in one vessel to Europe. So it is then clearly understood that they did sell the sugar with a fair trade premium. The only thing they didn't do is to pay the BSCFA.
While a clear way forward is not yet available, Minister Mai says all options are on the table as the ministry seeks to defend the interests of our small farmers.
I will say this to you. All options are on the table. All. But we cannot continue repeating this every single year. Today it is BSCFA. Tomorrow it can be Crozal. It can be Progressive. Whoever I pick to choose a fight with today, you might not get your fair trade funds. And that is not the way we believe fair trade is supposed to work. Fair trade is fair trade. And as it is not. It is subjective. And so those are the wrong doings that we as a government are tasked to fix. And fix we will. This is not the UDP government. This is the PUP government. This is not a Godwin Holtz Minister of Agriculture. And so we have to fix these things. We cannot go to bed and sleep well, seeing and understanding the situation in which the farmer is in and how he's treated. I am sorry.
Representatives from ASR, BSI, and the Tate and Lyle Sugars, we understand, met today with Minister Karim Musa, who is chairing the ministerial subcommittee into the sugar industry. A Maya organization hailing from here in the north is tonight upset with international body paint artist Trina Mary. In early April of this year, Mary visited several Mayan temples around the country where she engaged in body paintings with persons she claims volunteered to be part of the activity. She did so at the highly visited Altunha in the Belize district, the renowned San Antonich in the Cayo district, and at Lamanai here in Orange Walk. And that is where Tuan Masalon comes in. The Maya organization is not at all happy with the way Trina Mary has undertaken her work at the sacred temples of their ancestors. Via Facebook, the organization lashed out at Mary, referring to her work as, quote, public nudity photography tours at Belize's archaeological sites and failure to promote Maya culture, unquote. Today, the president of the organization, Adela Peterson Vallegos de Mo, told us why they are upset with Mary.
We appreciate Miss Mary's artwork, and I think art is a personal expression and it should continue to be expressed. However, the way in which she goes about expressing it is not to her approval, because as a Yucatec Maya Conservation Group, we are entrusted to protect our cultural heritage and our culture all across the board. And the fact that she wants to do her nudist camouflage painting at our Sacred Maya site is what we have an adverse to. She has the right to express her artwork, to do it wherever she would like to, but not on our Sacred Maya sites.
For the vice chair of the organization, Mary was here to make money out of our heritage without offering anything valuable in return. Mary, however, disagrees.
I can't stress enough that this information wasn't given to us prior to the sessions being done. We did everything legally. We applied for permits. We got them 8 months ago for Zunantanage, where I actually painted a Mayan. And that, beautiful family and village has been so welcoming to me. They actually named their third child after me, which was such an honor and so beautiful. That's why I'm so passionate about, connecting with the Mayan community still even. And it's been, 8 months since we did that piece, and we were, allowed to get additional 3 permits legally to continue the series. So to be honest, to me, this has been a complete shock and surprise and totally out of left field for me. And I understand that there's more politics that are going on that unfortunately my art just can't solve.
I think that we are selling ourselves. We have people who sell our country. You call them in Spanish, vende patrias. Because of money, we don't respect even our own culture. But that's where groups like Tonema, Sewalon, and so on are working hard right now. The Maya culture has suffered. We have been victims of colonialism, and a destructive force, has been colonialism. Even culture, language, customs, and so on. You know that.
She did post that she had some tours available to promote, and we don't know how far along she's gotten with that truth, if she's retracted whatever has happened with that. But we personally feel that Belize in itself is a treasure. The beauty of Belize is a treasure, coupled with the cultures of Belize. It's invaluable what we have, and we don't have to stoop low to get a little bit of money, a little bit of promotion. That is not what we are about. We are about safeguarding the true value of Belize, which is the culture of the people. And the culture of the people stems from the spirituality of the culture, and most people don't even understand the spirituality of the Maya.
But should Trina Mary be fined after posting on her Facebook account that the tour would offer a 20% discount for body painting appointments beforehand?
There's no photo tours, but what I do offer to some people in every market, most markets want this, is to do portrait sessions with people. Of course, when we do get a client that wants to do a portrait session, we get a different type of permit. In this case, we posted it. There were no takers, so we removed the post as well as the offer before coming here. And, everybody that I have painted was a volunteer. This is not a commercial project. It's fine art that we're doing. That's basically it.
And I think that is what has caused this gap to occur. Like Mr. Roy says, we are completely brainwashed with colonialism, and we fail to even want to understand, to study, to read, to learn about our own ancestry. So if we learn about our ancestry, we will find out how valuable it is. It's a great treasure, and we don't have to sell it for a little bit amount of money or a little bit of media exposure. That's not what Belize is about. So people have to really wake up and don't allow this to happen. Know what your value is and don't sell it short.
I want to ask you this: how should this be resolved? Thus, this singular gap. How should this be resolved?
I think that the entities involved, the person causing this media show, really owes an apology to, if not even to the Belize people, which she has done a damage to the Belize people, to the Maya community. Because if we're telling you in your face that we have an affront to it, you might want to reconsider that maybe it's not the right thing to do, to come into a person's country. And although they're telling you not to, you're just promoting your own agenda. So I really think that she owes someone an apology. And really, Niche needs to step up and just say, we fell asleep at the wheel here, and find a way to not let it occur again.
We made a few checks and found a press release from the Institute of Archaeology. It reads, quote, in August 2022, a proposal was received from Miss Trina Mary, world-renowned body art painter, in which Mary describes the project as an opportunity to raise awareness on Belize and its archaeological sites through her artwork. It goes on to say, quote, the Institute of Archaeology and Niche, after reviewing the proposal and based on our policies for activities on archaeological reserves, provided an approval for the project given its unique approach to highlighting the significance of Belize's iconic archaeological and cultural sites. At no point was there ever any indication or agreement that Mrs. Mary would advertise this project as a tour package for any personal financial gain, nor was there any indication that media coverage would be conducted on site. As soon as the Institute of Archaeology became aware of this, Miss Mary was immediately contacted and our concerns of her non-compliance were registered, unquote. When we asked Trina Mary about this information, she said it was also not factual.
That's very interesting and also untrue. They did call me. They were very much aware that we would be doing a PR campaign together. Of course, we are inviting the media to come to our series because there's a PR campaign surrounding it. They were aware of it. They called me. They said we could continue. This is not a surprise. Furthermore, there are no photo tours. That's a complete lie and unfactual. That I don't really understand it myself. I don't give photo tours at all. It's not even interesting to me. And I at no point have been uncompliant. We spoke on the phone prior to doing Alton Ha, and I got permission on the phone call from the Institute of Archaeology, from the director herself. So again, I'm confused by those inaccurate facts.
Last night, we told you about the dire need that George Giovanni Carter has. He needs a surgery to remove a brain tumor that has made him blind and mute. Tonight, we go back to Libertad Village in the Corozal district to bring you the story of his younger sister, Shelda Carter, who is also battling with her own health conditions. Elmer Cornejo brings us that story as Carter seeks financial assistance from viewers and listeners in order to take care of her blind, mute brother and herself. Here is that report.
House where Shelda Carter lives in the village of Libertad. She has been diagnosed with liver cirrhosis as a result of consuming medication without having meals on time for years. Cirrhosis is severe scarring of the liver. This is a serious condition that can be caused by many forms of liver diseases and conditions such as hepatitis or chronic alcoholism among other factors. Each time your liver is injured, whether by excessive alcohol consumption or another cause such as infection, it tries to repair itself. In the process, scar tissue forms. As cirrhosis gets worse, more and more scar tissue form, making it difficult for the liver to do its job. The liver damage caused by cirrhosis generally can't be undone. But if liver cirrhosis is diagnosed early and the underlying cause is treated, further damage can be limited. In rare cases, it may be reversed. In Carter's situation, doctors have a poor prognosis and have even given up on her. Adding to her difficulties is also the fact that she has a hernia. All in all, Carter says she is unable to live a normal life.
I have liver cirrhosis. Yes, they give me up 3 times, and well, the good Lord have me here still. And I have a hernia too.
And you're not operable?
The doctor says no because of my blood very low. It just have sometimes my blood go to 2 or 4. It's very low. Well, they tell me that they can't do nothing for me because they don't want to cut me because of the condition about the cirrhosis. Yeah, because I asked them if they can cut the hernia, and they can't because of my condition.
I see your stomach is bloated. Why is that?
Because of the water, the liquid.
What liquid?
It's a liquid from the same cirrhosis. Yeah, I have my doctor paper.
Advanced cirrhosis is life-threatening. For 38-year-old Carter, life will never return to normalcy, and she has come to terms with that. However, she is determined to make an effort to remain alive.
Sometimes when I feel a little bit good, I do my things, but really I can't do a lot of things because of my conditions. I suffer a lot of pain, and sometimes I really feel bad, and I have to lie down, and because of my condition, it really hurt me, my back, and I suffer headache, I suffer pain in my foot and everything, and that's hurt me a lot. Sometimes my sister-in-law come to help me to do my things home.
You live alone?
Yes, I live alone. I'm a single mother. Yeah, I'm with my brother. I help him a lot, like with my condition, but it's still hard for me. It's hard for me because I'm a single mother. Yes, and I have to take care of him. And sometimes, well, right now I need a medication for him, but I can't get it because only in little shipyard they have it, and I can't go there because I can't travel in bus, and the taxi take me, but they charge me 125. They have to take me there.
And as a single mother with low economic status, financing is hard to come by, and she now relies on whatever assistance she can obtain from family members, friends, and the community.
My little brother is with me right now, Roberto. Yeah, he try help me sometimes because he cut cans, and he helped me with him because he moved this guy like when he needs something, because I can't do it myself. He do something. He helped Giovanni to move. I need donors for blood. Yes, because I owe six bag of donors. 6 sorry, I owe 6 bags of blood in the hospital, and if I don't give that back when I go, I will not get any more blood. That's what the doctor told me. Yeah, I asked if they have any donors, if they want to donate blood for me. Yeah.
How do they do that?
They have to go to the hospital and just say that it's for Sheila Carter. Yeah.
Any type blood in specific?
O positive.
If you would like to make a financial donation to assist Carter, you can make a direct deposit to Atlantic Bank account number 211-104-400. Carter can also be contacted at phone number 627-2126. Elmer Cornejo, CTV3 News.
And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, April 21st, here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.